Hey, good afternoon, stamping friends. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Diego, California, where on my walk today it was actually raining a little bit, although the sun was coming out, which was really odd, and I didn't see any rainbows though. But now it's partially cloudy and going to be a little cool. It was about 70, I think, or high 60s today. So a nice day to stay in and make cards. So glad that you could join me today. And we are going to make a card today with the one of the online exclusive papers. If you haven't gone to stampin'up.com and found these, the way that you do it is you click on the three little lines on the usually on the top left, and if you scroll on down, there's one that says online exclusives, and those are things you're not going to find in any of the catalogs, but there's a lot of them now. You know, it includes all the kits because the kits aren't in catalogs. They've added some Christmas kits, which are just quite nice. Some that are tags, some that are cards, and some other ones are things like little treat boxes. They also have now like a Christmas swag one that is a mini advent calendar, basically. So that's kind of cute. But lots of different online exclusives, and we're going to be using one of the papers that I think has been really overlooked and make a new type of fun fold, at least new to me. And just want to go over a few. I got somebody on. Hey guys. A few Stampin' Up! Kind of announcements. Most important being, if you haven't joined up, what are you waiting for? I mean, if you like Stampin' Up! And you have at least $60 worth of product that you want to buy, just join. Trust me. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do this. You don't have to sell anything. But for $64.35, you get $125 worth of product, and it's shipped to you free, so that's saving you another like $13 right there. And they send you a whole box of catalogs if you want to pass them out to friends. And you get free on at home on stage, which is going to be taking place November 11th, but you can look at it online whenever you want after that. Or for your usual $99, this is a choice, $64.35, which is 35% off to celebrate Stampin' Up's 35th year. You get the $125, but if you pay the regular $99, you get $168.75 in product. I've already had one person join my Robin's Rowdies this month, and she got a new Stamp and Emboss machine, so that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. You could get that, and I think she got like another set, which is just amazing. So second announcement is about some classes I have coming up. First one is my November 5th Hanukkah class. I don't really have time to get people the product to do that here with me, but you could do it at an at-home class. And all of you who live outside of San Diego, it's a great at-home class because for $45 you are getting, oh, I'm going to put you down so I can show it to you. So hold on a sec. Hopefully we are sort of straight there. For $45, you are getting the Celebrate the Miracle stamp set. You're getting 2 yards each of the Night of Navy and the, they call it sheer ribbon. It's white with silver on the outside. And you're getting half a pack of the Shining Brightly paper. So that's pretty, and you're going to make 6 cards. Everything to make 6 cards. So that's quite a deal, and that's $45, or for $10 more, I'll send it all to you. So let me know. Email me at stampwithdrrobin@gmail.com. That's all lowercase letters. I know one of you was trying to email me last week, and I didn't get the email, and then I couldn't find your name, so please email me back. So that's announcement number 2. And then announcement number 3 is that we are going to be doing my holiday card buffet, And that is where I set out, oh, I'm going to put you back up for just a second. I don't usually do this, go back and forth, but I'm doing that today. You guys see all those boxes behind me? That big old stack and the ones on my chair? Each one of those has a card in it and everything you need to make that that card. And then we do this at my house once a year. It's the best. People love coming to this because you can make, I have one friend who always comes and makes about 20-25 cards, stays all day. I have other people who just come and they just watch and do those, not watch, they come and do the 8 cards. So everybody's going to go home with at least 8 cards, and it's a lot of fun. So if you're in San Diego, let me know later on afterwards, and after the Hanukkah card class, I will sell PDFs for these if you're interested in that. So, all right, so let's put you down one more time. I just wanted, did you see that huge stack of what's already going on here? So, this is the Traditions of Saint Nick. I think that's what it's called. Traditions of Saint Nick designer series paper, and it is an online exclusive. It actually kind of goes with one of the stamp sets and dies, one of the bundles that we have in the mini catalog. Let me try to find it and show you. I honestly don't have this, but I just thought the paper was so cool. Like I said, I don't have the stamp set, but as you can tell, I'm still making cards. But now I have to find it. Hold on a sec, because I knew you were going to ask. Even if you didn't, I'm going to find it. Here you go. It's called St. Nicholas. It's on page 10 and 11 in the mini catalog. And these dies down here actually do cut out these Santas. So if you want to cut them out, you can do that. And I would be willing to bet it cuts out with that little die too, because I'll show you some of the other ones. But anyway, it's very cool. The set has these little stockings and a chimney and such. But today we're focusing on this and this cool fun fold that we're going to do. So each of these has kind of a big print on one side, as you can see. There's the last one. And then the other side has these little smaller patterns. And if you look at these, you could see how you could easily use these patterns on even non-Christmas kind of things. So I also want to show you, you notice there's only 5 different ones here because I've used up 2 packages of this one designing a card for my holiday card buffet, and that's why that's all I have left of it. So here was the inspiration to my to this card. It got a little beat up, but I got this card when we had a leaders group meeting in Las Vegas a couple months ago, and I was in a fun fold card swap. So we all had to make a fun fold. So this is the one that I got that I thought we would work on today. Now this one she made into like a gift card holder. Mine today isn't, but you can see how you can just put another piece of designer series paper around it and make it into a gift card holder, and then it kind of just goes in down here like that. I'm sorry I don't remember the person who gave that to me, or I'd give her credit, but the little names got detached. So this is the card that we're going to make today. Pull it up a little bit so that you can see it even a little bit better. You can see our little Santa from that Saint Nick paper, and it's got its little thing mechanism to hold it in there, and you pull it up like that, and then you can open it up completely like that. And you can see I've used 1, 2, 3, 4 different pieces of that designer series paper, and when we're done I will show you we're going to use the 5th piece, because guess what, I have a lot of this paper, and that was the other reason I wanted to do this. Now this, if you turn it on the side, it's kind of like what we would call a modification of a joyfold card. So a joyfold card usually goes like this and like this, and this one basically just extends it longer. So you could do it that way also, but obviously I was looking for something, honestly, to use this St. Nick paper that I didn't have to hand cut out St. Nick. So I do want to show you though how to do that, because maybe you're like me and you don't have the little dies that go with St. Nick here. And I'll kind of just walk you through what I did. Don't know that I'm going to cut the whole thing out here, but I'll bring in my paper cutter. And what I did was just try to find, okay, so here's kind of the edge of this little guy, and you have to pretty much individually cut these out. So I cut down to where I knew I'd be past his feet, and then probably just, whoops, no, I can't do that because I don't know how far down I'm cutting. I'm just trying to get them all at a place where I can use each one of them. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking to see where I can cut that I'm not going to cut off the head of the one underneath either. And basically that's what I did to cut these all out. And then I kind of went, okay, what size is this going to be? Well, I know that these Santas all need to be, what is it, 2 1/4. So then I would just make this 2 1/4. And they're 2 1/4 by, I believe it's, yep, 3 3/4. So let's see how close I am. Oh, it's like pretty much exactly, almost exactly. So that's kind of how I did it, kind of a rough cut and then cut it down to where I wanted it to be. Okay, so let's get going making this whole card. You might want to get out a piece of paper because there's a lot of measurements on here, and I will be putting them on my stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com once we're all done here. I've got to write it all up and then it'll be on there, and I'll link it back in the comments here. But for right now, if you want to just have to make this, go get some paper and write it down. So this is half a sheet of paper, but it's cut this long way, okay? So this is 11 by 4 1/4, and it is scored at 5 1/2, and it's also scored at half of that, which is, I just got to make sure that I'm doing this right, which is 2 3/4. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So it's going to look like that, like a little accordion, okay? And now we're just going to dress up our little accordion. So first we have a piece of paper that's going to go here. Again, same little St. Nick stuff. I just want to show you something though, because I am using a different St. Nick. And I think what I'm going to do first is, so there's different colors of one. The other one was red. So I may actually use the back side of this paper. I haven't decided yet. So everything's going to be sitting, whoops, on top of some real red, okay? And in a second here, I will show you all the different pieces. Of what I'm doing, and then I will explain it to you, okay? So I'm gonna, as I go, explain. So all of these pieces of red are cut the same size, okay? These little pieces. They are all cut 2.5 by 4. So you got 3 of them, 2.5 by 4. And all of the 3 designer series papers are 1/4 inch smaller. I'm working in 1/4 inches here because I know that's easier for people. Oh, we got a lot of people watching. Hi, Vicki. Hi, Frank. Hi, Roz. Hi, Brenda. Hi, Margot. Yeah. Oh, Margaret, sorry. Yeah, it did take a while to cut them all up, these Santa Clauses, whoops, because they don't all line up. So they kind of have to be individually cut, but I'm telling you that was way easier than fussy cutting all of them because, and there were a couple of the Santas, there's these Santas holding here, the wreaths that I did end up having to fussy cut. They just weren't fitting in there. Okay, so you got 3 pieces of red that are 4 by 2.5, and all 3 of these are 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And the reason I'm not gluing this one down is, like I said, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with it. And we could glue these on too now. I just think this paper is pretty cool. It's different. It's not your usual paper. And honestly, I wasn't so sure about it when I first saw it, but once I got it, it was like, oh, that's cool. That's different. Okay, so now, like I said, I'm not going to glue this down because I'm not sure which side I want to use. But we're going to make so that's this part of this mechanism. Now we're going to make the other part. And this is all Pebbled Path. It's one of the colors that's in here. And I just thought, wow, this is not a usual color that I would associate with a Christmas card, but I sure like it. So this little piece is 8.5 by 3, and then you score it at 4 1/4. Just making sure, yeah. So that's the piece that's going to fit in like this. Okay, so we can put our Santa on here. And there's cherry cobbler in here and real red, so you can pick up on either one of them. And you'll notice that this fold, if you look at the fold from the original one, it was a little bit bigger, but I just, for 2 reasons. One, I thought it fit better with my Santa, because I couldn't really make my Santa any wider, so it wouldn't center so well on there, number 1. And number 2, I wanted more of this paper that's in the back here to show. So that's why I made this a little smaller, so you could really make this any size you want. So let's, finally time to do a little stamping here. So this is for the inside of our little baby card, and this one also is, what is this one? 2 3/4 by 4. And I'm using, for the inside here, this Perched in a Tree. That's the one that goes with those aspen trees. And I'm just using this sentiment here, wishing you abundant joy and peace. And you don't even really have to use that for a Christmas card, do you? You could use that pretty much for anything. I would wish anybody abundant joy and peace, right? What's wrong with that? So I've got some old olive here. And let's just try to see upside down and backwards if we can stamp this straight. There we go. Just my little, you know, you guys know I'm not great at doing straight. So when I put these on, what I do is I will often stamp them first, once I have them on the block, onto just my graph paper, and to see if it's straight on the block. And then I can actually just line up the edge of the block, say with the top of the paper here, and make it even. That's my little thing on, for those of us that are a little challenged with getting things straight. So that's the inside. Then you've got room to sign. On this sample card that I got, she actually also put some white right here to give you even more places to sign. All right, so I need your design help, people. We can do either this pebbled path background, or we can do the background like I used before. I think this is just such a pretty piece. And that, but this one makes it a little bit more kind of, oops, Christmassy, festive with the holly. It brings in more of the red. So, design help, what do you guys think? Marie France, Margaret, Brenda, Roz, do we have a... Now I'm kind of going back and forth on this. This is how we have fun, you guys. You guys get to help design things. Nobody's giving me a... I guess we've got a little bit more of a delay here. And then the second choice would be for this little stop right here. Do I use that same thing I used before? Or the alternative is I can put a little tree on here. I kind of like the little tree look, so I'm going to go with that. So this is just one of the small circles from the Stylish Shapes. And if you guys don't have the Stylish Shapes, you need it. So that's just going to be our little stop right here that helps hold it together. I found with this, you really need to be, you know, doing an extra good job at making these creases, these folds really hard, and then actually it helped to just have stuff sitting like this. All right, Margaret, thank you for being the one and only person so far to say use the flip side. That was my thought too. This would go for your more kind of, to me, like nature-loving friend. But I still like how the red brings that out. And this red is just 4 by 5 1/4. And the DSP then is just another 1/4 inch smaller. So this is, the DSP is 3 3/4 by 5. So, like I said, we got the more natural look going now. And now we just need to glue this down right about there, kind of in the middle, so that when it's closed, it kind of shows like it's in the middle. You do want to put a fair amount of glue on this because you do, you know, you do want it to get held in place well. Then it's going to close like that. I do like it with that pebbled path piece. I may have to use some more of that. Now, this is, like I said, your little stop that's going to hold it. See how that's just with my finger there holding it down a little bit better. And so you do, all you're going to use is a little dimensional, well, not a little one, a big regular size dimensional, not a baby one. How come all I have is baby ones here? There we go, regular one. but you want to put it like all the way down in the corner here. Okay, you cannot put it up here. This won't be able to tuck in. So I'm going to put it down in the corner. And then I'm going to make sure by kind of holding it on the side here. Do you see that? Can you guys see that? That the dimensional is not going to interfere with this being able to close. So you see that? And that's your card. And like I said, this is a pretty easy card once you get it going. So here's our two Santas, our red Santa and our green Santa. So which one do you guys like better? I don't know. I kind of like them both. In case you want to make this one, this little holly and the berries came from the Sending Cheer. And that's in Old Olive. And then I think I used cherry cobbler. But you could use real red also to stamp the little berries. But what do you guys think? I just love this paper. It's very, I don't know, classy, a little old-fashioned, but the pebbled path is kind of an unusual color, so it brings in something a little bit more modern. It's just fun to me. So anyway, we got a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna put you back up here. Whoops. As you can see, a ton more different Christmas cards and holiday cards to show you guys. Hi Sheila, thanks for joining. You're going to want to go back to the beginning, and like I said, later this afternoon on my stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com, you will be able to see all of this with all of the dimensions and stuff like that, in case you guys didn't catch that. Again, that's the Traditions of St. Nick online exclusive paper. That's, if you don't recognize it, it's because you guys need to get some, go and look at that online stuff. So lots more Christmas cards to show you if I get my act together. I think I have enough here to do 2 a week from now till Christmas. So we might be doing a surprise pop-up live. So look for those. All right, take care, everybody. See you next Monday. Bye.